Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. My name is Shay. I'm a full-time reseller on Poshmark, eBay, Mercari.
I'm Tyler, part-time seller on eBay, Mercari, Poshmark.
And today's video is going to be a what sold video. We are going to share with you the highlights from the end of May to the beginning of June. So hopefully that is interesting to you. We will try and tell you what our experience has been with that brand or that style, all that type of stuff. So stay to the end so you can learn some stuff with us. But before we get into it,
I do have a shirt. You picked this up a couple days ago in your hobbled state, and it's I Live Inside Your Face. It's definitely a little bit more Halloween-esque than...
Look, I can only find what I can find at the store.
Middle of summer. It does fit better than all of the shirts that I pick for myself, so...
So quick tip, pick up shirts that have no size on it for yourself. And also before we get into it, I do want to give a quick shout out to our 3 new channel members, which I can't even, like, the fact that I'm saying that out loud is crazy.
It's still crazy to say.
But LA Thrift Junkie, thank you. I'm going to link one of her videos up here. She's really good at doing videos that help you combat the algorithm, increase your sales, crowdsource information so we can all build together. It's a really great channel, so make sure you check that out. And then the other 2 don't have YouTube channels, but we appreciate them nonetheless. Sharon, you've been with us since 4 subscribers. I don't know how you made it through.
The original, back before I even was involved with the channel.
I was doing it all by myself. And
all by yourself, and the camera
videos were rough. So bad. And then Tracy, also thank you. We don't know you as well, but I cannot wait to get to know you. And if either one of you have things you want us to help promote, things like that, we are happy to do it. Just let us know. All right, so let's get right into the what sold. First up is a Lily Pulitzer dress. It is the Ophelia swing dress. So for Lily Pulitzer, we are really looking for the color, all of the color. Anything that you see from across the room and you're like, that's Lily, that's what you want to find.
The gaudier, the better. If it's fluorescent, neon colors, if it makes you do a double take looking at it and you see it from across the thrift store, that's what you're looking for. I think typically we have better luck with the dresses as well, more than the tops or pants.
Yeah, there are certain things that will do better, but right now we're in the season of dresses, so that's what we're looking for. The other thing that we wanted to mention is that there is a bolo for Lily, which is the vintage Lily Pulitzer tag. I have never found this myself. It is a unicorn, but the price point on those are insane. So if you have experience with that and you've sold something from a vintage Lily Pulitzer tag, please let us know in the comments below and let us know what it sold for, because I need to live vicariously through you.
So this sold for $64 on Posh. Yeah. Moving on to the next, so this is Rothy's. We find these occasionally. It's not something we find terribly often. Sold for $116 on Posh. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're looking for the rare prints and the pointed toes.
Yeah, that's generally what we're looking for. These happen to be rounded toe, but they did sell for this amount of money because they were a discontinued print, so they were highly sought after. And just keep in mind that there are fakes out there, and there are a few different indicators, but the 2 big ones that I make sure I look for when I'm at the thrift store is that the tag says made in China, made in USA means it is fake, and also that the tag has a textured feel to it. There are more indicators. If those pass, you would want to move on to, but if they don't pass that, they are fake. Move on, do not buy.
Next is Lululemon, and we pick up Lululemon quite a bit. It's one of the staples that we find pretty decent, and it's almost an unconditional pickup. As long as the condition is fine, anything damaged we obviously will pass on. You do want to keep your cost a little bit low with Lulu, just because the styles are impossible to figure out.
Yeah, you're not going to probably find out the style of Lululemon in a thrift store. There are certain items that do have style names on the style tag. There's numbers you can type in, but not often. So I like to keep my price point below $7 for Lululemon. But this sold for $75, and if I had known that when I picked it up, I'd probably have been willing to pay up to like $20. I didn't, so I kept my price point down.
Next is an item we picked up from the ThredUp unboxing that we did with Married Life. It was one of the bras. It's actually in the thumbnail. The bright fluorescent orange. Not Lily Pulitzer, it's a Cacique, I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, so we are just learning bras now. We figure with the change in shoppers' habits, looking to get more essentials in our closet is the best way to go. So bras are always essential. This was also a 42 DDD, which I find I have better luck with the sizes that are less common. I did sell this for $22 on Poshmark, and I'm very happy with that price.
Moving on, it's one of our sneaker staples. This is also another almost unconditional buy, depending on the condition. It's a pair of Hoka's. They were the pink Rincon sneakers. So we picked them up, sold them for $49. They were a little bit rough on the soles, which I think is what held them back a little bit.
They were, but somebody came along and grabbed them, even though there was a little bit of wear. So these are definitely something that if you can get them for the right price, pick them up unconditionally. We also did sell another pair of Hoka's. These were in a bit better condition and they were a bigger size. They were a men's size 14. They were the Bondi 6 and they were blue. They sold for $65 on Poshmark.
So I do think with the bigger sizes, you're going to run into fewer people that have that size for their feet, but there's also probably a little bit less options for them. So you're going to be one of the only games in town, so you're probably going to get a little bit of a higher price for them.
You just may have to wait.
Next is another pair of sneakers. You picked up a pair of Allbirds, and there's drama with the Allbirds.
Yeah, so I haven't picked up Allbirds in a while, actually. There was a time where I was just picking them up like every few seconds. But if you guys saw, Profit Monster did a video a little while back, and eBay was zeroing Allbirds, so I removed all my Allbirds off of eBay at that time. I have slowly started to put them back up, but really slow. So I've had Allbirds kind of just sitting, no interest, and I'm getting a little nervous, but these sold for $40 on Poshmark, and what sold them, I relisted, and it sold in the same day. So maybe I need to go back and relist all my Allbirds.
Relisting is very important on Poshmark.
For sure.
Next is a vintage sports memorabilia item, or a sports item. It's a Nike Philadelphia 76ers, almost like a warm-up jacket.
Warm-up jersey.
Warm-up jersey. So it was a double XL, which means it's a bigger size. So that's helpful.
Yeah, and I don't really know a ton about sports stuff, but I do know that vintage sports memorabilia does well, and the comps were all over the place for this, but the price point was below $10, so I looked at it as it's an investment I'm willing to make, just see if it does well. And it sold for $59.87 on eBay, so I am happy with that price, and I think it was a good experiment. So if you're looking to kind of try out something, keep that price point as low as you can, but don't be afraid to try something new. You never know how it'll do for you.
So next up is a pair of Legence jeans that you sold for $50 on eBay. We don't find Legence very often.
No, not at all. The only other times I found it, once was in California and it was flawed. Another time was a pair of colored denim, which doesn't do as well for me. But these were high-waisted jeans, and they sold in about a week for $50 on eBay. So I am thrilled with that. And I would say for Legence, for right now, what we're suggesting is jeans and trendy styles.
And I think you're probably okay picking this up for anything under $10. You're going to get out of it without a problem. Next was a live pickup. So
if you guys are on our Tuesday lives, you saw this already, and it's already sold. It was only 2 weeks ago, I think, on our live.
As a pair of Miss Me shorts. Now, they were kind of plain, and there was a little bit of a risk picking up Miss Me.
They were older, too. They had the older patch on it.
But we do very well with Miss Me. We do better with the jeans and taking an up-close picture of the butt.
But it is summer, and I don't find shorts all that often, admittedly, because I don't look all that often. So I definitely wanted to get that seasonal stuff in there, and so it sold for $25 on eBay.
Next is another gamble that you took. So this is you just decided to take a chance on this. I think you probably watched Thrift Life's video talking about wetsuits.
Look, I'm easily influenced by Thrift Life. His humor really gets me and it sticks in my head. So he was talking about wetsuits and like how that does. And of course he's in California, so he's going to have way more access to that type of stuff than I am in Massachusetts. However, this was an NRS like wetsuit top and it sold for $30. Now, do I know if there was like a good reason for that? No. The comps were not really existent and I just guessed. I kept the price point pretty low though. I think the price on this was like a few dollars. So, you know, it was an easy gamble and it paid off, but I don't know if I would suggest taking gambles that you have nothing about.
Definitely, if you were going to take a shot in the dark, the lower the better. So if you can keep it under $5, under $3 would be what I would recommend. Moving on, this is our first experience with a drop shipper. Yeah. It was a Disney Eeyore cross stitch.
Yeah, so the price point on this isn't exciting. We only sold it for $9. We did pick it up for $1, so it's still a profit. But we picked it up about a year ago at a yard sale because I collect Eeyore and my husband thought it would be a nice thing to just grab for us. But we don't cross stitch.
Yeah, I tried. It was a nice thought. It didn't, the execution wasn't there.
Yeah, so neither of us cross-stitched, so it's just been sitting. So I decided that one of the days, I don't know, in the last few weeks, I'm just going to list it and see what happens, you know, move some inventory, right? And it sold to a drop shipper, and we know that because it said, they left a little note saying, you know, please remove all eBay information. Please don't include any of your business information. Don't include a thank you card and none of that. Just plain packaging, send it off. So seems to have gone well. We haven't heard anything back, so.
No complaints. Hopefully they're back, because everyone that we talked to says drop shippers are the best people because they leave quick positive feedback. They pay right away. It's a painless transaction. We're still new to that. Moving on is going to be a kind of a weird item. It's a Duluth hemp button down. So Duluth is more known for their outdoors and kind of workwear gear, and it's not really synonymous with the sustainable fabrics like hemp, but picked it up, totally worth it.
I will say, if you find materials like hemp and linen and sustainable fabrics like that, you definitely want to be looking those up. No matter what the brand is, those tend to do better for me. Now, I do pick up Duluth quite a bit. Their price point for sales is quite low, but they sell pretty quickly. And this was no surprise to me because hemp and Duluth together, of course, it's going to sell relatively fast. So it sold for $23.90 on eBay.
And the last two are going to be simple titles. It was Anthropologie linen blazer, Anthropologie linen pants.
Yeah, they sold within a day of each other for prices within $1 of each other. So just very strange. So we don't always do the simple titles. We do have a whole video on like why simple titles are good in the new algorithm, all that type of stuff. We don't do it for every item, but we will do it for items where we think a buyer may specifically be looking for that simple item. And right now we're in the linen season, so I could absolutely see somebody typing in anthro linen blazer or anthro linen pants. So we definitely wanted to give that a shot, and they both sold. So simple titles are not dead. Make sure that you're checking to see if your listing could be optimized for that, and hopefully it helps you out and gets you some more sales.
And again, linen, we mentioned it for the Duluth, but anything sustainable, linen, hemp, totally worth picking up. They both sold for $23 and $22 respectively.
Yeah, so that is everything we have. This isn't all of the sales we had in the last week, but it is the ones that are most exciting to us. So hopefully this is interesting to you. Let us know if you learned anything. We love knowing that you got a new brand from us, got a new style, anything like that. So let us know that in the comments below, and we'll be back really soon with a new video.
Thank you all for watching.